there, just inside the side door of 127 Lake Street. So we're in sort of like a little sunroom area. Looks like it potentially could be heated here as there is a vent, but there is the gas stove and the TV and everything in here kind of indicating it's probably 4 seasons. Walls look beefy enough for it, so you have a fun little space on the side of your house there. And you walk right in to the dining area. A little bit of like a office kind of situation there. Door into just like a closet. Basement door there. I went down, it's a little hard to move around. Quite full of possessions, but I got back to see the panel, which is still on a fuse box, so that would probably likely should be updated. Going into a living room area off the side of the dining, into more of a rec area, but pretty open concept for the time, given the home is some 140 years old or so. It's definitely over 100, confirm that. We have what could be a front entrance right off the road there. It's a little full at the moment with possessions, so we probably would want to request that get cleared out. A little bit of sign of water damage. Some things that we'll check out with the roof when we go outside. Often we see water damage, but a roof has been replaced and the inside stuff has not, so it's not always a bad thing to see. It's actually quite common. Structurally in here, it feels okay. It is sort of just out on the front deck, which you can see on either side here, which you can sort of access from the front as well. Nice height on the rooms. With a really fun kind of tin finish on at least 2 of these rooms in the front. Big windows opening up out for lots of light. We are facing west right now for the front door, so a lot of your light will be coming around this side of the house. Again, the ceiling in there. Beams for a bit of a coffered effect. Lots of good character there. A little dining hutch. With the floors, they are not super level. Nothing that is alarming me for a home of this age, but when I went downstairs, I noticed there's a bit of overspanning. The joists are made of like hand-hewn lumber, like big pieces of timber kind of deal. Again, very common, but OBC would want more happening down there to keep the floors level, straight, and not squeaky. All the rest of it, but maybe that's what you like about the house. Yeah, the ceiling's coming through here. Kitchen, a decent size, not a ton of cabinets, but I feel like there's a lot of ways to make that even more than what you see. Potentially room for some sort of little wraparound island situation here. And then that would kind of open up out into your little dining nook. Who knows? There's a sink over in this corner, so the orientation's a little different, but if it's being rented out, these things don't usually matter as much. We do have laundry in another back sunroom area. This one does not appear to be insulated. There is just extra storage back here, so they are feeling pretty confident in storing things at least. And let's take you upstairs before we go outside, because there is a really cool deep lot here. So like 330 feet deep, as well as 70 feet on the front almost, to 69 something. So with that depth, you potentially have more room to build stuff, which is fun. It's only an R1 zoning, so you'd have to see specifically what you could do. But with the width being what it is, just take 10 feet basically off either side, and what's remaining is the width of whatever structure you can put in. We can talk about that later though. So this is the smallest of the 4 rooms upstairs. I often find in these older homes that usually the slant takes over a huge part of the room. I was happy to see that's not so much the case here. A larger room yet, kind of a built-in closet situation. That could be hacked out and everything refinished with drywall. But for now, that is its orientation. That door does go through to the smaller room. And and a bit of a step down here into almost like a upper floor atrium. So storage and stuff there. A little sitting area and makeup desk kind of made. Looks like a kid's room here. Okay size though, you could definitely get a bigger bed in. And then a master. Has some nice window views of the yard. A little bit of a closet. Armoire showing that more storage is needed. Little stepmother's door there. Just leads right out onto the roof. Probably one you'd want to keep locked, but so yeah, just floorboards exposed here. The finishes could be done a little bit better. Your bathroom's decent though. Tile. Just looks like a shower enclosure there for a 4-piece. Little side window, toilet and sink. Nothing too, looks like a little bit of charm kind of being restored there. Nothing too much to report in there. Yeah, so these boards could come up and you can see if it's possible to level it a little bit more. There's a lot you can do with just getting your subfloor down and over that. If you were to do like a engineered hardwood or something. Or just whitewash it all, like some I have seen. I'm trying to think of how many plugs I'm seeing. Not seeing a ton. I'm getting some per room. OBC is usually every 6 feet or so. There's an AC unit in the window. The house is apparently central air, so that should be an option for you. It's on gas, forced air gas. I'm gonna take you outside now and just show you around the lawn a little bit. So this is the side door, probably the one that makes the most sense to come in from when you're driving into your driveway. Heading out over to Lake Street here. Just down a ways, there's the LCBO, big hub with the agrarian market, a convenience store, and Bailey's Diner down this way, heading into the sandbanks, just for your local landmarks. It's the views of the house. So the front portion stucco is looking pretty decent, but then as you get to the back, you can see it kind of peeling a bit. You could have like a two style effect going on there. Just take the stucco off and finish it with a different kind of exterior. You could even do like a shiplap or just like paint it. But a beautiful old tree. It is one of the biggest maples I've ever seen. Pretty impressive. Didn't see any signs of roots doing anything weird downstairs, so that's always good. Your sunroom from the side there. There is a lot of stuff on the property, but I think I've heard in meetings before that it's fine to have that taken away. Looks like we have a storm door here to get in the other half of the basement that I wasn't able to access. That's pretty common. And then that sunroom we took you into, which I didn't believe was insulated. Going out onto a little back hangout area there with some barbecues. Looks like the yard is sort of on a, oh, it's just a hill. I thought maybe there was like a retaining wall or something here. But there is definitely a steep grade there. There's a fun workshop here. It's very full of stuff, but it looks like it has a decent slab on the base. Has a roof and soffits and everything, so a little bit more than your average. It wasn't here, I swear. Okay. And as you can see, a little bit too much here to get in. Up top there, the structure was looking sort of decent for you to be able to just kind of spray foam and close it in. But the side joists, which are at an okay span, are only like 2x3s. So not quite to code there, but that bit of lumber wouldn't have to be too much. And then as you can see, your slab kind of deteriorates by the door here. So not entirely sure what to say about salvage here. But interesting that you have a grandfathered footprint on your property, just because that is really close to the edge of the line. Normally you'd want to be like 10 feet in, and then the property, and then another, or the building, sorry, and then another 10 feet off the other side there, if you follow me. But if you wanted to absorb that envelope, there's an option. There could be enough room in there too for that to be a garage, I guess. We have a little fire pit here. There's a couple like little outdoor stations that they've been enjoying. Garden happening along the edges here. Quonset hut. These are all things you probably want to remove. More gardening going on here. A little mini putt. And you can just see the back line of the property. To save time on the video, I probably won't do all of that. But I will spin around and show you the property from the other side. Yeah, I love the depth of this lot. Yeah, lots of space. And on the listing it says you can get like 11 cars in the driveway, which I guess maybe that is possible. It's a lot. So plenty of parking at the least. And we'll go over any follow-up questions once you've had time to review all this. There's apparently been some attention on it from the weekend, just because there's not a lot of things close to this value on the market at the moment. But we'll deal with the interest here first. All right, thanks for viewing.